Okay, I can only apologise for the fact that I still look terrible. My glasses still need tightening up. They just won't stay on my face. Because I'm feeling a bit better today. Yesterday I had a day in bed pretty much all day and didn't really eat much either. Day before I did have a tin of that soup that I got free off Olio for my lunch. And today I kind of fancied soup again, but this is my train of thought. I'm having this pasta and sauce, right, which was again free from Olio. And the reason I'm having it is because it's already out of date. The date on it, it says best before end of November 22. So it's more than a year and a half, coming up for 2 years out of date. But I am going to trust that it's okay. I mean, it's processed, isn't it? It's quite highly processed, really. What have we got in here? Can I find, oh, here we go. Pasta tubes. Anyway, it's like powdered stuff, you know, powdered onion, powdered yeast, you know. Anyway, so it's quite highly processed, and I can't think what would go off. Why, although it's 2 years out of date, would it go off? But obviously it's already out of date, and the soup is not out of date, and it's a shelf stable, isn't it? It's got, let's have a look, until, oh, it's out of date as well. I didn't realise that. Most of them, I think I looked at the stuff when I picked it up from Olio. This one here has got till September, okay. But I thought, you know, soup is a shelf stable, and this staple. And this is already out of date, so I'm going to have it. And I don't particularly fancy it, but it's got to be eaten. We're being frugal. We're using what we've got. We don't want to waste food. And I might be pleasantly surprised and actually enjoy it. The little buzzing noise you can hear is my oven. I have, oh, turn it down. I have an induction hob, and it sort of makes that noise. Now, it's suggested that you use, if I could put my phone down somewhere, it's suggested that you use 250 grams of water or milk, excuse me, I'm in my nightie, water or milk, oh, milk if you wanted a creamier texture. So I've used 200 grams of water with 50 grams of milk just to make it a tiny bit creamier, because the water's free, isn't it? Relatively free. It's cheaper. And it also said you could add butter, but butter's expensive these days. So I'm trying to do it using just water, a tiny bit of milk, and the contents of the packet. So let's see how we go. I have realised since I decided to make this channel about living with less money, which we are, obviously. I've given up about £800 a month. I only worked part-time. It's not a huge amount of money as an income, but it's a huge amount of money when you lose it. So, yeah, I've lost that amount of money, but yeah, I still want to carry on trying to save as much as possible. I've discovered that there are a lot of budget food channels on YouTube. There are a lot of zero waste channels on YouTube as well. And I've also discovered with YouTube, I've said it before because I've often tried to justify why I don't upload very often. I see so many videos. What did I watch one this morning where someone was saying I've lost a lot of, not exactly subscribers, but she was saying YouTube are now pushing for you to make shorts, and so a lot of people aren't seeing my videos, they're not coming up. And I thought, oh, I really couldn't be bothered with getting into all of that. I've said it before, I don't ever want it to become a career, but every time I look at those sort of videos, I think, oh, I don't know if I can be bothered. I really don't like the idea of YouTube telling me that I should be doing this, I should be doing that. So I just decided to carry on as I am, and if my videos just don't turn up, you know, if I only get a few views from those hardened subscribers who've been following me for a while and who always say they love my videos, this does not look right, then we'll stick with that. I'm not in the market of trying to get more views and more subscribers. I just don't like the thought of having to do the things that YouTube want you to do in order to come to the top of the page. So I'm not going to do it. It puts me off every time. I nearly didn't make another video. I thought I made one 2 days ago telling you that I'm going to start making more, I'm going to start doing this, I'm going to start vlogging. And okay, yesterday I was poorly and I was in bed most of the day. and I don't intend to do it daily, but today I thought about making one, and that one put me off. You know, that person saying, oh, I've just noticed that there's a drop in my views, and please can you make sure that your notifications are turned on, and this, that and the other. That's not for me. Right, what am I doing? Boil gently, stirring occasionally for 5 minutes or until the pasta is tender. That's what's bothering me. My sauce is thickened up, but my pasta is not tender, and I feel like I need to put more water in. But I shall trust the process. Have I added enough? 250 ml. Ah! Did you lose me for a second? My battery went low. 250 ml of water and 100 ml of milk. Aha! That's where I've gone wrong. I've done 250 ml of the two together. Right, I think I've got plenty of milk in the fridge. So I'm going to add more milk. Let's make it nicer. The thing is with milk is, although it would be cheaper to use just... it would be cheaper to use just water. If we don't use the milk, it's going to go off. So now we've got more milk than is needed. But that's fine. My husband can't have milk much. He's a bit dairy intolerant, so we don't get it through it very quickly. So if I don't use it, it's going to be wasted. And I'm sure this will taste much nicer. I thought I was being frugal there. I thought it said you can use water or milk. I thought milk was an additional option, you know, and I thought, oh, I'll do half and half. I'm being frugal. Actually, it says you have to use water and milk. Right. Let's see what happens now then. So I'm not going to talk to you the whole time this is cooking, because that would be boring. I know I can just waffle on about nothing in particular. But I'll let you know how it tastes. Okay, so I've just filled my washing machine up because my husband told me that our electricity provider are giving us free electric from the hours of 1 to 2 p.m. today. So the beauty of not working is that I'm at home and I can put the machine on. So what I'm trying to do is find a cycle that lasts an hour. Now I normally go for this eco cycle, which is 3 hours 15 minutes. Sorry for the flashing. And it's difficult because you think, oh, that's on for such a long time, but apparently it is more economical. It takes longer, but uses less water and electricity. Of course, I've only got free electricity for an hour. So I am trying to find a cycle. So delicates lasts an hour, but I don't think that's going to be adequate enough. Denim, an hour 31. Sport, 2 hours. 20-minute one, don't want that one. Duvet, an hour 21. What's the difference between that and so duvet, anti-allergy, well that takes ages. So perhaps, it doesn't. So it looks like what's happening here is they are smaller loads. I think I might have more than 3 kilograms in there, and a shorter spin. Looks like that's what makes the difference here. Alternatively, I can go for something like synthetics, which is 2 hours, but I can press this button, time save, and bring it down to 47 minutes, but I don't, you see again, it's only a 3 kilogram, and I think there might be more than 3 kilograms in there. So it's a lot of messing around, but it is an hour's worth of free electricity. Anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. That's one of the things I'm doing to live on less, basically, now that I am a retiree with no pension. Right, I've decided on this cycle. It is Cottons, and it's normally a lot longer than this, but I've gone for time save. I've brought it down to 1 hour 18 minutes, partly because it's an 8 kilogram wash. It's high spin speed and it's 40 degrees. I know that we're supposed to be turning down to 30, but this is mostly underwear and things that you want to have, you know, a decent wash really. So I feel as if they need slightly warmer than 30. And what I'm going to do, you can tell me in the comments if you think this is wise or not, but my plan is to put this on at 20 to 1 because I think the spin cycle, which is last, uses the most electricity, and so I want that to become within the free hour. Whereas if I put this on at 1 o'clock, then that last 18 minutes where it's spinning will be not within the free hour. Does that make sense? And am I incredibly clever, or does it really not matter? But that's my theory. We'll put this on at 20 to 1 so that my spin cycle still happens within my hours free electricity. So, exciting stuff, getting free electric. And last time it happened, my husband phoned me and said, oh, you're going to be home between 1 and 2. Plug the car into charge because we have a 3 hours electric. Yeah. So, you know, that's the beauty of being at home, I guess, is you can do things like that. I suppose if I was working, I could have said to him, if you told me early enough, I could have pre-programmed the machine, because we do have a time delay on this machine. So I could have pre-programmed it to come on later. Kitchen's a mess because, as you know, I've been poorly. I'm still poorly. Not too bad. I'm trying to keep on top of it. But although I'm feeling a lot better, it is COVID. I am feeling a lot better today, but I ran out of energy incredibly quickly. So I've been drinking lots. I've had some green tea. I've also had a smoothie made with carrot juice and beetroot juice. I've finished that off. And now I'm considering lunch because my appetite's returning. This, I'll just say, right, my husband came home last night. He bought himself a little ready meal, a little lasagna, because he knew I was poorly and I wouldn't be cooking. I hate these things, right? They're plastic and they are supposed to be recyclable. But look at it, can't get the damn thing clean. I've just dripped, just dripped all over my draining board. Can't get the damn thing clean. It's waiting for some boiling water. It's already had some boiling water, didn't come clean. So next time I boil a kettle, again, being a bit frugal, I'm not going to boil a kettle just for this. Next time I'm boiling the kettle, because I need to make a cup of tea or something, I am going to pour some boiling water in here and see if I can get it clean, because you can't put it in recycling like that. And it's one of those things that infuriates me when it comes to plastic. And this is the little tray from my dog's food, which again, I have cleaned. Before it goes into recycling, it needs another quick clean. So they're sat there looking incredibly untidy, but that's why they're there, is because I will not boil my kettle needlessly. My dad taught me that years and years and years ago. I remember him saying to me, don't put more water in the kettle than you need. He says it takes twice as long to boil and it costs twice as much. If you went to a cafe and they gave you a cup of tea and charged you twice as much and took twice as long, you wouldn't be happy, would you? I thought, that makes complete sense. If you're making 1 cup of tea, boil 1 cup of water. But I will boil 2 cups of water because I will have some water for this. There you go. A little bit of advice for you. So I thought it was common knowledge, but not everybody knows that. I still have people come to my house, put the kettle on and fill it right to the top. I think, why on earth are you doing that? So that's a little frugal tip for today. Okay. Still in my 90s, still looking like crap, but who cares? I'm poorly. Made the pasta. You could probably tell from that last video that I've never made packet pasta before. I added some seeds and things to make it look a bit more appealing and add a bit of crunch. No, I tend to just, if I wanted a pasta with sauce like this, I wouldn't eat it out of a packet. I would just make it from scratch. But, you know, like I said, it was a freebie and I'm going to give it a go. And my mum practically lives on ready meals. And she's doing all right. She's in her 80s and she's surviving. So I know that highly processed food is not good for us. Let's give this a try and see what we think. Not bad, I guess. It sort of tastes processed. It doesn't taste homemade, but it doesn't taste bad. It's not horrible. And when you're poorly and you want something quick and easy, I guess it does the job. And like I said before, it was free. I would never have been able to tell that it was almost 2 years out of date. It's very hot. But it did take longer than the 5 minutes it said on the packet. I tried it after 5 minutes and the pasta was still a bit crunchy. I don't know where they got off calling it chicken and mushroom, because I can't see any chicken and I can't see any mushroom. Oh, it's hot. Does it taste chickeny? No. I don't think it tastes chickeny or mushroomy either. But I don't know how to describe it, because I wouldn't call it a cheese sauce. It looks a bit like a cheese sauce. But it's nice. especially for a free meal, especially having not eaten much yesterday because I'm poorly and being really hungry today. I know I'm going to eat all this anyway. Kitchen's an absolute mess now because I am also waiting until 1 o'clock to put my dishwasher on. Washing machine and dishwasher both going on between 1 and 2 because the electricity's free. So until they've finished, the trouble is, dishwasher's full, needs to go on, and I've got more stuff to refill it when it's finished. But hey, I'm not expecting anyone to come around today, and I'm expecting the kitchen to be tidy by the time my husband gets home from work, because I'm not one of those kind of 1950s housewives who has to get everything done, you know, who's got a husband that wants to come home to pipe and slippers and dinner on the table. But I do think that because I'm at home all day and he's at work all day, it's only nice for him to come in and have a clean kitchen and tea on the go. I like doing that for him because I'm his wife and I love him, not because I'm henpecked and, you know, trodden down like a 1950s housewife. I also want to point out as well, because I've got no makeup on, you can see that I absolutely have no eyebrows whatsoever. You know, I told you I'm losing my hair. If you've been watching previous videos, you'll probably know I'm losing my hair because of the menopause, I presume. Have been to the doctors. They said I was low in vitamin D. I've been taking vitamin D and I've been getting plenty of sunshine, and it's made no difference to my hair whatsoever. So, yeah, got absolutely no eyebrows. I have to draw them on these days. Anyway, thanks for watching.